Welcome to Navigating the Customer Experience. Want to improve your organization's customer service? Looking for insider tips to knock your customer socks off? Then you're in the right place. Here's your host, Yanique Grant.
Welcome to Navigating the Customer Experience. I'm your host, Yanique Grant. On today's episode, I want to spend some time and speak specifically about business culture, a little bit about leadership, and also customer experience in that whole process. Now, according to the Business Dictionary online, business culture is the model or style of business operations within a company. The culture determines how different levels of staff communicate with one another, as well as how employees deal with clients and customers. So, as you can see, culture is very, very important. As a customer experience strategist and a coach in customer experience, and in the experience that I've garnered over the past 8 to 10 years, many companies have asked me, Yanique, how can we improve our customer experience? What do you think is the main reason why customer experience is so poor? And my number one reason is always the leadership. Are you walking the talk? Are you showing behaviors and attitudes that your employees can emulate? Do you have systems in place that reward employees for great behavior, for great interaction with your customers? Many of the great brands globally believe that customer experience is the backbone of their business, and it's the number one differentiator, because no business has a monopoly in what they're doing in terms of the product or service that they offer. It's guaranteed that there's somebody else out there that sells a book, or there's somebody else out there that's a health coach, or there's somebody else out there that is repairing a car. But what is going to differentiate the experience is the quality of the experience, the things that happen in the experience. When things go wrong, how does that individual recover the experience with the customer? And so culture is very, very important to your business growth and your business development. So I'm going to share some basic things that I believe should be incorporated if you are clearly serious about your business and you want to improve on your culture. Throughout my career as a leader, our managers have developed culture management systems around 5 key points. And I'm going to share with you what I think those 5 key points are. So the right vision and unique ways to constantly reinforce why we do what we do. Again, it goes back to walking the talk. So as a leader in the organization, you need to know what kind of culture you want demonstrated within your organization and find unique ways to constantly reinforce it so that people can see it every single day. It's similar to parenting. You hire all these people, and yes, they may have the right attitude and the necessary competencies to complete the job on a daily basis, but they were all socialized differently, coming from different backgrounds, having different life experiences, and now they're all working together towards a common vision and goal. But they're not going to be able to miraculously come on day 1 or day 3 or day 10 or even day 50 and just know exactly what to do. And so this is why, as a leader, it's important to constantly reinforce what it is that they're doing, why they're doing what they're doing, and of course, how is it going to benefit them? I'm a big supporter of leaders in an organization who have a vested interest in the development of their employees. So if your business is going to grow and your bottom line, has increased immensely and your shareholders are very, very happy, your employees should actually see an improvement in the quality of their lives as well. Because if the business grows, the employees should be growing as well, not just professionally, but they should also be growing in a way that they can advance their life. So point number 2 is simple focus systems like focus scorecards to align key managers. So you need, again, some level of assessment and measurement, because again, people will do as they feel like doing, and it's very important to have a structure in place where people are measured and assessed consistently. Reward systems that drive the right behaviors is number 3. And I think I mentioned it earlier also, because it's so important for people to know that when they do something right, they're commended for it, they're rewarded for it. Now, reward doesn't mean that you have to give them money, because many people are not driven by money. It could be that, the team gets a weekend away, or maybe they get a book, or probably they get a gift certificate. So you have to take time as a leader to get to know your team members and figure out what it is that they like and what they don't like, because everyone isn't motivated by money. Effective coaching tools that help associate life or help associate and live the values and help associate to get the results. So coaching is very, very important. Again, because all of these people are new to this experience of a corporate culture and customer experience, and, having that mindset where everything that you do is driven by the customer in mind first. Coaching is very important to that process, because if that's not how the individual naturally thinks or naturally processes information, they're going to need help in terms of guiding them, coaching them in that direction. And point number 5, constant process improvement. Customer experience quality customer experience is about doing it right the first time, every time. And so, as you hear every time, consistency is key. Customers can be very unforgiving at times. So you can have a customer who's been your customer for 20 years, and the one time that you mess up, they just blow the roof. And you simply say to yourself, I've been doing business with you for 19 plus years. We've done it right the first time, every time. And this one time, can't you just cut us some slack? Well, unfortunately, some customers don't give you that opportunity. And that's why constant process improvement will help to drive the consistency of those interactions and behaviors with your team members and customers. So it will minimize the errors and risks that may come about in creating problems with your customers. It's so important to ensure that you have a good business culture. Leadership is critical to cultural development. And as much as many leaders may want to shy away from the opportunity or the responsibility of cultural development, it very much is part of your daily interactions. As a matter of fact, I think most leaders should have a scoring that they're assessed on by the board of an organization in terms of whether or not the culture of the organization has improved, whether or not the people management side, because culture is not just the HR department's responsibility. HR is just one very small function of culture in a business. And it's very important for the leader to recognize that you drive the HR processes and the department. You drive the marketing, you drive the accounts, you drive the culture, because remember, the culture is the interaction of the people with each other, and as a result of that, their interaction with your external customers. One thing that I strongly believe also as it relates to culture can often be mistakenly thought of as a vague concept, like the nice to things. But it's not just the nice to things. It's the things that drive the behavior and the interaction. And if it's not driven correctly, it can lead to you having a lot of service issues. And service issues can cost a lot of money, especially if you're losing customers. In customer experience, no business wants a customer never to come back. They want their customers to repeat their business over and over and over again, so that you have customer lifetime value. And you can listen back to many of our previous episodes that we've had, where we had guests who came on who were experts in the customer lifetime value calculation and the importance of ensuring that you retain your existing customers, because it costs so much to get a new customer. You want to focus on critical few behaviors in your organization so that you can change the existing behaviors. You won't be able to change everyone, but the aim is to try and do as much as possible to get some form of improvement within the organization. If your culture is wrong, it can make or break your organization very, very easily. So you really want to ensure that your leaders in your organization understand the importance of culture. I really hope for those persons that are listening to this podcast understand that, the employee in an organization is really driven by the behaviors and attitudes that your leaders demonstrate. And they watch you every single day, even when you think they're not watching. They're watching. They're forming an impression. They're forming a perception. They observe how you interact with the customers. They observe how you interact with the employees. If you get upset with an employee because they did something to satisfy a customer's need, it's going to drive fear into other employees who observe, because now they're not going to feel as confident to step out on the limb to satisfy a customer's need, because they observed you reprimanding Bill last week for dealing with a customer's issue. And in Bill's mind, Bill was able to satisfy that customer's need and the customer left happy. But in the boss's mind, he should not have taken that decision on his own. And so with that in mind, Tom, who observed what happened, or Susie, who observed what happened, is not going to take that action on their own next week. And if you're not there, then that delays the whole service experience. Service recovery is the backbone of customer experience, and it's most effective at the first point of contact. If your customers recognize that you are not taking their business seriously, then they're going to move their business to somewhere that company values their business and appreciates their business. So it is so important as a leader to really recognize what requires improvement and understand your role in that entire process. We are already at the second quarter of 2017, the beginning of the second quarter. So for those of you that are sitting down listening to this podcast, I am going to encourage you to think about your own business, whether you're the business owner, whether you're the business leader, whether you are a manager in the organization, and even if you are an employee, you can contribute as well. If your business is not the type of business that your customers are walking up and down every day speaking positive things about your business, or people are not clamoring to become employees of your business because you have such an amazing culture, then there's opportunity for improvement within your business. If your answer to any of the questions that I just asked, made you sit down and think and say, maybe we could improve in this area, or maybe we could improve in that area, I challenge you to actually make that improvement by the end of this month. It is so important to really focus on what needs to be improved and then take the steps to improve them. Everything can't be done overnight, and culture is not something that changes within a month or within 3 months. It takes time. I encourage you, whether it is that you work with an external consultant and bring them in as a subject matter expert to help your business grow on a consistent basis, or if you choose to do it on your own internally, whatever your strategy is, you have to make an effort to do something. Sitting down and doing nothing is not going to achieve the results that you want to get. And because your customers are the reason why you are in business, you have to ensure that you empower your employees, equip them with the necessary tools. And tools don't always mean the systems that they're using or the procedures that they need to follow, but tools also mean the interpersonal skills that they require in order to feel confident and empowered to deal with your customers. So I challenge you to do something differently than what you're doing now, so that you can improve on your business and improve on the corporate or the business culture. What kind of culture do you want to have? Do you want, when people call your business name in public, the positive thoughts or the positive sayings that come about are, yes, that company is really great. Their employees are very friendly. They're knowledgeable. They operate with speed. My deliveries or my orders are always on time. They can answer any question that I ask. They're very efficient. They're very responsible. They're reliable. Those are adjectives that can only come about if your culture is one that has values that support the things that people are saying. So I challenge you as an owner, I challenge you as a leader, I challenge you as a manager, I challenge you as an employee to go back into your organizations and look for opportunities that you can change one thing that can contribute to a positive culture within your business. Now, for those of you that are listening, feel free to come on over to our Facebook group and follow us. We have lots of discussions there. Sometimes we're a little inactive, but any questions that are asked or any members that feel they'd like to join that crusade of customer experience, we more than welcome you. So it's Navigating the Customer Experience community on Facebook. And if you'd like to follow us on Twitter, please feel free to follow us at Navigating CX. So until next time, I'm wishing you a great rest of month, a great rest of second quarter of 2017. I hope that things really improve in your businesses, and we are here to help you. If you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to us at any of our social platforms or give us a call or send us an email. All of our information is available on our website, and I'm going to post a couple links to 2 or 3 articles that support a lot of what I spoke about today as it relates to improving the quality of your business culture. So stay tuned. I'm your host, Yanique Grant. We really appreciate your support of this podcast. Are you ready to grow your business even more, or improve your leadership skills, or train your team members in the art of customer service? Give us a call at 305-848-0815 or visit our website at www.yaniquegrant.com. That's YANIQUEGRANT.com. Remember, 305-848-0815 or visit our website at yaniquegrant.com. Our new online course, Mastering Customer Experience and Increasing Your Revenue, is now available. The link for this will be on the show notes of each episode starting September 7, 2016. The first 2 modules are free, so hop on over, have a look, and take the steps to increase your revenue.
Thanks for listening. For more awesome resources to take your customer service game to another level, head over to navigatingthecustomerexperience.com. See you next time.